Okay, y'all. Word on the street is NBA YoungBoy's concert was canceled in Chicago. They said due to safety concerns. A word on the street. So we about to talk about it, okay, y'all? Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To my day ones, twos, and threes, thank you to all my new subscribers that's coming in. That means well. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all and welcome, welcome, welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged, some is not, and the fair act use is in my description box, y'all. So let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. So word on the street is NBA YoungBoy's concert in Chicago was canceled 2 days before the show was due because of safety concerns. Now, the other day, Boosie was in Chicago, and his security was acting like they was scared as Hell. They act like they was ready to run up out of there. Boosie wasn't scared, but the security act like they were scared. Literally, people were sending me the videos, and I was laughing like this security is not playing. And Boosie had to tell them, like, I'm good. I got fans here, or whatever. Back up off me, because they were all around him, and they was looking like they was so scared and paranoid, y'all. Okay, and I'm not surprised that NBA YoungBoy's concert got canceled. I'm really not. Because I feel in my heart of hearts, and this is my personal opinion, you know what I'm saying, y'all? So I'm going to say allegedly. But I feel like the when King Von was taken out in Atlanta, everybody knew about it. I feel like, you know, OTF Vonnie's father is telling a lot when it comes to King Von's setup about, you know, Quando Rondo and them and how what they played part in there. And I feel like Quando Rondo got paid by NBA YoungBoy. That's how I feel about the situation. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not saying that he did, but he claims he gave Quando Rondo $1 million because Quando Rondo was depressed because he broke up with his girlfriend. I'm just saying, y'all, and I know it was a little bit of time went past after King Von, but he couldn't give him no money right away because it would have looked like he was helping pay for a hit. But when a little couple months and time went past, he turned around and gave Quando Rondo $1 million. And I want you to think about the fact that when he gave Quando Rondo that $1 million, that was around the time, and this is what I say, and I stand on it. Lil Durk was calling himself buying up all of Quando Rondo's seats at his concert. And Quando Rondo canceled his concert because Lil Durk bought all the seats up. Y'all remember that rumor that was going around? And right after that happened, that's when NBA YoungBoy gave him $1 million. How do we not know that that wasn't all a play? I'm just saying. How do we not know that? And he gave him that for the part that they played in taking out King Von. I'm just saying, y'all. You have to use your brain when it comes to situations like this. And now, you know, the streets is talking and saying that, you know, they canceled the concert. Now, I'm not saying NBA YoungBoy is scared, okay, y'all? But his team might be scared. They don't want to take no shells. They don't want to take no chances and getting hit up. You know what I'm saying, y'all? So, I do believe that his security, his management team and stuff like that thought about it and was like, maybe we shouldn't do this. And I just think they got a guilty conscience because it's a possibility that they knew, y'all. They knew about the setup and everything. I'm just saying. Because that's weird to me. Now you scared to have your concert in Chicago, but you didn't play a part? Y'all, that's their conscience eating at them. If you ask me. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the situation. Okay, y'all? Y'all tell me. Boosie, they were scared. There's some people who want a piece of Boosie anyway in Chicago. But he wanted to make it seem like he's good. We haven't forgot about Duke the Jeweler. We have not forgot about Duke the Jeweler. We have not forgot about King Von was supposed to meet Boosie at that hookah lounge that night. And Boosie faked him out and didn't show up. Word on the street. Now, My understanding is Boosie did show up, but he didn't show up to meet up with King Von, but he did show up in his cars that night at that place with a couple more people in the car after the aftermath. But word on the street is Boosie was the one that told King Von to come to that hookah lounge, y'all. It was all set up by several people that's in the industry. And I've been saying this for a long time in the first place. That's could have been why Boosie's security was so paranoid. Like, you want to go to where? You mean to tell me you got Duke the Jeweler to come to Houston? You got him to come to your concert after he went to a dice game. You turned around and got him to go to your concert, and he gets taken out in the parking lot of your concert, and you want to go to Chicago? This is why people was scared up there with Boosie. Because it ain't over, y'all. It's not over. And I'm surprised that he got out of Chicago, to be honest. He must have had security up the yin yang for nobody to get to him, for him to get out of Chicago after what happened to Duke the Jeweler. Because it's people that have been waiting on Boosie to come back. So I don't know what took place, unless he had a lot of security. And they were scared. They ain't scared like that if they don't know nothing. They ain't scared for no reason. And then after Duke the Jeweler passed away, him and his son was taunting his passing in music videos and all of that stuff. It was fun and games to them. Somebody that looked up to Boosie, he allegedly helped set him up. Not only him, but now King Von, the Boosie name comes up once again. And ain't nobody gonna say, oh, you just making this up. No, Boosie himself said he was supposed to meet with King Von that night. And he said maybe if he would have showed up, he would have saved his life. That was just a play. But Boosie gonna get his karma. He already's getting it. You see where his son is headed. You see where he's headed. Okay, y'all? So, it's a reason why people in the industry are a little bit paranoid about going to Chicago, because the hate is real. And I say this all the time. I say it all the time. And it's some people that know and some people that don't. Some people from New York was like, yeah, when I said that, people from New York do not like people from Chicago. The industry do not like Chicago artists. And some people were coming in my comment section saying, yeah, I'm from New York, and you're right, they do not like Chicago. And then I had some people was like, I've been living in New York all my life and I ain't never heard of that. Maybe you just don't be around those type of circles. But I know from doing my homework that it's a lot of people that don't like Chicagoans. And they try to set them up by any means necessary to make sure that they do not make it in the industry. So is this why somebody got a little cold feet to come to Chicago? Because the King Von set up and paid somebody right in our faces? Because he surely paid him. And if Lil Durk, what they are saying about Lil Durk, is true, that he helped set up King Von, it makes sense that he would run that little play and pretend like, oh, I'm going to buy up all your tickets. And then he cancel the concert and then he pay him. Was it paying for a hit right in our faces? Because according to ODF Bonnie's father, he paid for a hit in his face through his son. That's why I tell y'all, you gotta be careful the company that you keep. OTF Bonnie was his right hand man. Somebody that pretend like he take up for him and all of that stuff. And all along they were stealing from King Von and all of that stuff. Yes, y'all. They canceled this concert. And I'm surprised they didn't cancel Boosie. I'm really so surprised. Seriously. But Boosie tried to move a different way. He tried to have a million security around him. Try to make sure nothing don't go down. And still try to make it look like he about that life. But take some of them securities off of him and see if he really about that life. Because if he was, he'd handle his own business instead of paying shorties to do it. some crumbs. I'm just saying, y'all. Just saying. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole situation. Do y'all think they were scared? That's why they canceled this concert. Do you think that you know, that conscience is eating at them about the setups of Chicagoans? I'm just asking. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Please like, share, subscribe if you like the video. And thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.